Let's go to Tiffany Henyard. Tiffany Henyard set up a press conference. Don't want to spend no more than 10 minutes on this. Set up a press conference, and she wanted to have a conversation about Thornton Township supervisor and her current lawsuit. Check it out.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming and thank you for waiting. I called this press conference just to talk about the injustice done on December 3rd as it relates to Thornton, Riverdale, Harvey, Lansing, Markham, Homewood, Phoenix, Burnham, residents of Thornton Township. It saddens my heart to see such inhumane done to our seniors who stayed outside in the cold for hours waiting just for their right to vote. I stand today as their leader, as a mom, as a resident of Thornton Township, as someone.
I don't know about that resident part. I heard that they trying to evict her. Y'all know anything about that? I know about that resident part. That's a hold on. You know, Tiff, I've been on your side for a little bit now. Let me see something. Tiff, I've been on your side for a little bit, but you can't finesse us. We need to get that residency check, though. Let me double check, make sure we got that fixed. I got to be objective, Tiff. I've been on your side for a second. Unfortunately, I don't know how I ended up on that side of the fence, but let me see something.
Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard has a new crisis on her hands. She's being booted out of her home. Fox 32 has obtained copies of an eviction notice filed in Cook County Court against Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods. Henyard has been renting a home in the 14600 block of South Harvard for the past 3 years. But the owner of the home told us Henyard and Woods are behind on the rent.
Happening tonight in the south suburbs, the woman who owns a Dalton home that she leased to Mayor Tiffany Henyard has filed eviction papers. She says Henyard has not paid her rent, and now she wants her out. NBC5's Regina Waldrop with the story.
We talked to Tiffany Henyard's landlord, and she says she came to this Thornton Township meeting Tuesday night hoping to get paid what she says she's owed.
We do not have a quorum, so we will not be having a board meeting this evening.
With Thornton Township's board meeting canceled, Janetta Hull will have to find another way to serve an eviction notice to Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, also Dalton's mayor.
So now I have to pay a special process service.
Yeah, I don't know about that residency thing, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Let's get back to the original conversation.
That will not stand for injustice to anyone. I stand for voters' rights. We stand for voters' rights. Today, you will hear from me, the attorneys. To my left is Max Solomon. He's the lead attorney. To my right is Angela Lockett. And we also have Trustee Darlene Gray Evers and several other residents standing with us. Today, we are asking the courts to allow us to be heard. Today, we are asking to unmute our voices, which was muted on December 3rd at the caucus. I do not like dictatorship. I do not like a hostile takeover. I did not like what happened that evening. Everyone was there. Everyone witnessed what happened. So today I'm.
It's kind of like you're getting a taste of your own medicine, though. It's kind of like you're getting a taste of your own medicine. I hate to say it, because I don't agree with the way she's been governing. It's kind of like you're getting a taste of your own medicine, though, Tiff. Now you get to see what it feels like on the other side.
Asking for everyone to band together with their super mayor, Tiffany Henyard, and let's stand for what's right. Let's fix what happened
Super
on
Mayor
December 3rd.
Tiffany Henyard. Tiff,
So I am going to allow for my attorney to speak because our lawsuit is filed. We filed it today. And I thank you for standing with me, Max Solomon. I thank you for being the voice of the people of Thornton Township, which we so desperately need. It's been a long time coming, and today is the time to stand for what's right.
Talk your talk.
Every day is the time to stand for what's right.
Okay.
But thank you for standing with us in this dictatorship, which we're asking for democracy, because that's what we live in, right? But that's not what was portrayed on December 3rd. As you know, the committeemen basically did so many illegal things that evening, and that's what is recited in our lawsuit.
Facts. That's all
and
facts.
We
She's
will
saying
be
facts
heard
right
in
now.
court. I will let you guys know when that happens. And I also was told that he don't even live in Thornton Township. So.
Okay. All right. Wait a minute. Are you telling me, because I could be off, but I want to make sure that we all on the same page. The committee man, which I did not agree with the way that he handled it. Let me say it again for the people in the back. I did not agree with the way that the committee man handled this whole situation over there in Thornton Township. And I say that because I want people to understand that just because she gets removed, if you guys do not vote her in, does not mean that you're not going to get more of the same. When they removed Lori Lightfoot out of Chicago and they got Brandon Johnson, look what y'all did. Look what you did. So if you was to remove her and you replace her with more of the same because you did not go about doing things the right way, which continues to cost taxpayers, because I'm sure that she's not the one that's paying for these lawyers, that Thornton Township or the taxpayers are the ones that's paying for this lawyer, then all y'all doing is prolonging the inevitable of continuing to have to do it the right way in the first place. So why not just put yourself in the best position possible? Why put yourself in this position if he just as much of a finesse, if not more than her, and people are happy because they didn't do their research on him or the process that he's used in order to remove her, then what do you get? You get the zero-something total of zero again. You all the way back at the bottom, and you right back in a situation where you wasn't supposed to be in the first place. Why? Because the people are still uninformed, and they still got dumb mindsets that's going to put them in the same position. Okay, you don't like Tiffany Henyard? Y'all didn't like Lori Lightfoot? Now you get Brandon Johnson. Deal with it. And I'm going to be sitting here right on this show saying, you know what? You wanted this. Remember when y'all voted for it? Remember when y'all was standing 10 toes down and y'all wanted to say Anton? Okay, well, cool. I'm going to be right back here saying you wanted this.
How can you partake in the process? What we was denied is the process. The process to be heard, which is come in and exercise our right to vote for whoever we choose or chose that evening.
Gotta have a
as
free and fair
candidate.
election.
We did not get the opportunity to talk or put any nominees on the floor. Not one person. And that's what I mean about a dictatorship. So I'm going to allow for Max Solomon to speak, and he can answer any questions after everyone speaks. Thank you.
I don't disagree. I don't really like guys with afros in 2025 going forward, but let's see if he got anything to say.
Thank you, Supervisor. Good afternoon. My name is Max Solomon, Solomon.
Look how well-spoken he is. We got Quentin up there. Is that Quentin? Is that Quentin talking?
Today, at the request of the Supervisor, a lawsuit was filed at the Circuit Court of Cook County, County Division. The lawsuit names Committeeman Napoleon B. Harris as a defendant, and it also names the Democrats of Thornton Township as a defendant. We're asking the courts to declare that the caucus that was held last Tuesday, December 3rd, is invalid. We're asking the courts to allow...
Hey, you well-spoken. I got to give you credit. Let me see what the lady talk like. She got a lady coming up, too.
Or Mr. Price.
Thank you. Just like to say that this has been an ongoing theme with the injustice and the illegal, what we would term illegal acts against our super mayor. As she
Our super mayor. Jesus, Lord. I don't want to hear that. Let me see. Let's go back to Tiff.
Planned, so that means it was premeditated, pre-planned, happening, going on. And we cannot enter until 6:30. Reminding you, a caucus have already went out stating that it was taking place at 7 p.m. on that same very night. It saddens my heart because why would they send a notice stating that they're not going to open the doors to 6:30? Everybody know that seniors especially come early to vote so they can go back home. And if you knew, like I know, hundreds of people was gonna show up, because y'all didn't know that, huh? Because y'all painted me as bad news for quite some time, that people didn't know I was gonna come with drones of buses. Drones of cars showed up to vote for
Said drones or
Supervisor Henyard.
droves?
When we all showed up, they had to stay in their cars. They had to get out of line. Some people stayed in line because they wanted to wait just to vote. They then start opening the doors about 6:45. That's about 15 minutes before the actual event starts. How are they gonna process over 500 people in 15 minutes? No way possible. The only way that I entered the building or got to the front of the line is because a young lady, baby, got taken inside without her. So she was banging on the door saying, let her in, and making a mess, a stir up, which any parent would. So I went up to the line to help her. That's how I got up. When I got up, I got in maybe, 6:50? 6:50, checked in, and I proceeded to the gym room. As you can see on the tapes, you see me in the middle of the floor getting ready to hopefully nominate myself and my team, and anybody else should have been able to nominate themselves on the floor, and that did not happen. Once 7 o'clock hit, the committeemen started the caucus. Reminding you, hundreds of people are still outside saying, let us in, let us vote. They did not listen to anything I stated when I said, hey, it's people still outside. Let them in, committeemen, let them in. Don't start the meeting till the people get in. What's the point of having a caucus if it's not gonna be fair? What's the point of having a caucus if it's gonna be dictatorship? What's the point of having anything if you're gonna mute the people's voice? I stand for our voices to be heard. I stand with the people of Thornton Township. I stand for righteousness.
All right, I don't need all of the speech, but unfortunately, she's right. I hate to say it, but I got to be objective and I got to tell the truth. Unfortunately, she is right. She's right. You cannot circumvent the process of what a free and fair election is. And if y'all are so convinced that she is not the best person for the job, then all you got to do is beat her in an election and you don't have to try to finesse. And when I see people that then pull this type of stuff, it makes me question whether or not they would actually be better for the job or if we're just going to get more of the same or worse. So, unfortunately, she's right. She's 100% right on this issue, objectively speaking. I can't do the Martin Luther King speech. I can't go back and forth or whatever, so on and so forth. But again, she's not wrong. Y'all can get in y'all emotions. Y'all can say back and forth. Y'all can go on all of that stuff. All y'all doing is costing the taxpayers more money. All y'all doing is costing the taxpayers more money. Quentin, let me make sure I pronounce it a certain way because I know that Kerry was catching hell yesterday. I believe that y'all are wrong. Y'all are wrong.